Hey guys, Taylor Grace here. So due to some audio sync-up issues and some just general video issues, I will not be making this into a large series. Instead of just throwing all of the footage away, I thought I'd just make a first impressions video so you guys could see what I thought of this game, so that everything didn't really go to waste. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hello everyone, my name is Taylor DeGrace, and welcome to Let's Play No Man's Sky. This is a game I've been waiting for a really long time, and it's a game that is incredibly exciting to me. We can't start a new file here, mostly because I don't think we actually can. So this is the file that I've kind of been working on for a little while. I've spent a few hours with the game, and I want to share the rest of my experiences with you guys, because this is one that I've been really looking forward to. So you might think that there's like no HUD, and there's not like a really lot going on, but you'll see more the more we go on. So I think the best way to show off the beginning mechanics is to kind of walk around and explore. So we're not going to see or mess with the starship right now, but we will come back to it definitely, and we're pretty much going to have to. So here we are, we're actually walking around, and yeah, so what you pretty much immediately notice, and what I immediately noticed, is how beautiful the game is so far. Actually, when I booted it up, I was like, oh, well, I got a bad planet. And that'll happen. This game is randomly generated, so you pretty much start on a completely random planet. And oh, we're seeing some life forms here. I'm bringing out my mining. Hello. You're a weird little thing. And I got carbon. So a lot of our journey here is going to be us exploring planets, seeing what this game has to offer, because I'm really excited. I don't think I've seen quite all of it yet, but so far I'm really impressed by what the game has done so far. As you can see, mining does play a bit of an element here, but the thing is, there's a lot of interacting gameplay elements that make this really interesting. Well, you've got your basic mining survival stuff where we're picking up Heridium here. Heridium is a element that will be used in crafting, so we're just gonna grab some. I think that's enough. That's fine. So, but you saw that when we killed that other life form, we actually picked up another basic element, and that's carbon. So we actually use that's actually a really great example of when to use this. So we actually have the stuff that you're working with now, because you're mining, you're working with elements. So here we've got iron, you use this to usually make ship parts. Heridium, I haven't found a ton of uses for this yet, but yeah, it should be interesting. And we've also got carbon. So you get carbon from destroying usually carbon-based life forms. So plants and animals and all sorts of stuff. So our life support system is failing, so it's what provides oxygen, and pretty much you need that to survive. The energy that we have stored for that is going down, so we're gonna feed it a little bit. We didn't get that much, but we didn't really take that much carbon up, so I'm actually gonna collect more carbon. Carbon is incredibly easy to find because in most areas you'll find plants, no problem. And my weapon charge is actually depleted. So what we're going to do is we are going to definitely charge that up. So we'll have to go to our multi-tool and go to the mining beam. And we've got a bunch of upgrades we'll kind of go over a little bit later. But for now, I think I just want to enjoy exploring with you guys and, you know, just having a good time. So should we be collecting these carbon atoms? I don't think so for now. I'm going to scan the area and see if we can find any energy. I don't think there's any around here. We're finding tons of other elements, though. Like that Heridium is also really good as well. But let's see what else we can see. Let's kind of set some waypoints for ourselves, because we are kind of just exploring. This game is really interesting in that it's different from most games. Oh, geez, I almost fell on that cliff. What is in here? This might be where I can find what I'm looking for, actually. So, what we're actually looking for right now is we're looking for the element plutonium, because that, I find, is a very, very good power source. But I'm not seeing anything in here. While we're jumping, you can actually see that we use our hover pack. Yes, I know. We need to find some energy. Hopefully we'll be able to find some over here. I'll grab some carbon while we can, but we're going to be looking for some plutonium, definitely. Especially in these, like, very limited instances, carbon's not going to cut it. But I see a giant cave here. And I think this is really important to note, but this entire world and all of the worlds in No Man's Sky are randomly generated. So every single thing that you see before you right now has been generated completely randomly. It's really, really cool and a really cool experience to explore worlds that you know no one else is probably going to explore ever. So this is actually what we've been looking for this whole time. So we're going to actually get some plutonium here. So yeah, plutonium goes down easy, and plutonium is pretty much everywhere, so no need to worry about that. So what do we need to put plutonium in? We're going to put it in life support for now. I find that life support should be your #1 priority, while your mining beam is actually really important as well. In all actuality, I think I really like the mining beam a little bit more, because if you need to get more energy, it's going to be almost impossible without the mining beam. But you got to keep your eyes open. Yeah, you only have to run out of energy for your mining beam once, and then it'll never happen again because it's pretty darn annoying. I don't think we can mine this. Can we shoot it? Yes, we actually have a gun feature, so if fools try to mess with us, we can just shoot their faces off. I haven't actually encountered that much combat yet, but I'm very early in the game, so I feel like combat's going to come a little bit later. Or at least I kind of hope it does. I think combat might not be what this game is going to rely on, or at least not ground combat. I find that a lot of like the joy that comes from this game is exploring, and these caves, not very interesting. Let's see what else we can see here. And yes, we are actually using a jetpack to move, so okay. Wait. Gotta wait for it to respawn. It has unlimited respawn rate, but we're gonna have to wait for it. So I want to show off right here what we can actually do. So these things are called sentries, and they will be kind of wandering a little bit around. They act as kind of like the police in GTA, and I'll show you why. Because if you're messing with... Oh, okay, I'm trying to lead my shot, but you're not making it easy. Yeah, that's nice. I need to kill this man. I need to kill this man. Die, please. Thank you. So you get some titanium from him, but now you're being chased down by sentry bots. On this planet here, you'll find a lot of randomly generated stuff, and it's honestly really interesting because you're pretty much gonna have to make your own journey and make your own exploration. I believe the overall goal of the game is to get to the center of the universe, which I hear you can be done within like 30 hours, which a lot of people seemed pretty angry about, but I feel like this game's a little bit more like Minecraft, where you kind of make your own goals. I feel like you could spend like a lot of hours exploring just this world that I've kind of spawned on here. And as you can see, the environment kind of differs from place to place, but usually the whole world will have a certain kind of biome. Like this area that we're on right now is kind of like an archipelago type planet. So what is happening? Advanced life form detected? What? Oh, it's 15 minutes away, though. Well, I've actually never discovered this, so we're actually going to head over there. So I think I kind of wanted to talk about my impressions of the game so far, because a lot of people were either disappointed or mad at the developers of this game for changing a lot of stuff at release, and I honestly have no idea what got changed at release. But you know what? I actually really enjoyed my time with the game. I didn't try to fall into that hype cycle. This game is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It does a really good job at what it is supposed to do. I think a lot of people overhyped it, and I think might have ruined their own experience with the game, which can be really damaging to your experience with any kind of game. Okay, so ship. I haven't named it yet. Well, I'll think of a good name. Hopefully. One of my favorite elements of this game, and I'm going to show you guys quickly before we head off to that shelter, is that you can name your systems whatever you want. So they're originally going to be called these kind of dumb things, but I actually named my system that I started out in the garbage system. And this is the Trash Kingdom, which is my favorite planet that I've found so far. And I think it's going to be my kind of, not hub world, but definitely a world that I will enjoy going back to. I've spent like probably hours just exploring this one world alone, and I don't want to move on yet. I want to see what this world has to offer. One of the really cool things about this game also is that you really get a feel for how long it takes to get to places. You can see off in the distance when you set a waypoint, you can see how long it's going to take you in different modes of transportation. So we have found advanced life forms, which is good. All right. So, and landing, how do you land? Is it hard? Not at all. You just press a button. One of the reasons I was so hyped for this game was because I'm a big fan of games like Elite Dangerous. Oh, we're landing right in here, right? Cool. Oh, we landed on the landing pad. Awesome. Yeah, so I love games like Elite Dangerous, and Elite Dangerous is way more hardcore than this. But they provide different types of experiences, which I think is very valuable. Oh, destination reached. Got it. So with Elite Dangerous, like, one of the things I really like is it's very space sim-ish, because you have to land when you go to spaceports, which this game has. You have to land individually. But with this, it's like, nah, one button, it's good. Like, they didn't want to focus on that. But the thing about Elite Dangerous is that there's no planets to speak of, so you don't run into problems with having to land and having it be tricky. Oh, snap. Hello. Hello, Mr. Salamander Man. What is going on here? Oh, you're a merchant. That's actually really awesome. So we know certain words, and you can kind of see throughout his text that we see friend, Gek, at first, and give. So throughout the world, you'll actually find these little information stones where whenever you find one, you'll discover a new word. So I'm slowly uncovering their language and slowly starting to realize what these people are saying. The small creature is busy adding up trade profits when I appear. Its eyes open in wide anticipation of our first contact, and it rubs its fingers together greedily. It pecks emphatically at its monetary fingers on its pad, then bounces up and down. I can't help but notice that it smells amazing. That's hilarious. So yeah, you get to see... We don't quite know what this alien is saying to us, but we can trade with it. So, pat the life form on the head, apologize for being unable to help, or give 10 units. First off, this is incredibly condescending. He's clearly set up a big base here. We don't want to pat him on the head. I'm going to give him 10 units, because you know what? I have 10 units. Yeah. The life form is clearly thrilled. It gives me something in exchange. Oh, that's actually totally worth it. We discovered some new technology. Phase beam, spacefaring beam, and weapon and asteroid mining tool. Will come across what we have to do for that in a little bit. User is advised that isotope elements are required to recharge this device. So this is pretty much something we can put on our ship and be able to actually work with that. So it's kind of like a recipe to build stuff. I'd like to check to see my health is fine for now. I haven't really seen any combat, so I don't really think that we're gonna have to run into that quite yet, but we'll see. So that's really cool. So now we have a merchant on this planet that we found. And there's plenty of stuff here. And as you can see, our ship completely landed fine. And we're using our jetpack. This game gets 5 extra Taylor points for having jetpacks. Also, I feel like it would have gotten 30,000 extra Taylor points if there was a grappling hook. I'm just saying, work on it. You don't have to add it, but I would totally like it. What is this? Okay, new technology discovered. Reload Accelerant Sigma, Boltcaster Companion Unit. Boltcaster ammunition reload times are decreased. Tendons in the user's upper arms are wired to Boltcaster's sensors. That doesn't sound pleasant. Which prime nerve endings with electrical charge while the plasma clip is extended. Operates automatically once constructed within user's multi-tool inventory. So I pretty much have all the stuff to make this, but I'm not too worried about it right now, mostly because I kind of have a bunch of tech already. My health is at maximum, which is good. I think this is this guy's house, and I'm just kind of stealing his stuff. I mean, this game isn't Zelda, right? I shouldn't just be able to steal his stuff whenever I want. Oh, I need a bypass chip for that? Do I have the stuff to make bypass chips? Another big element of this game, and I touched on it a little bit before, was crafting. So we're going to go in and try to craft something right here, and it looks like we can make it. So crafting involves getting individual pieces. So as you can see, to get a Colrite sheet to either do repairs or what have you, we're going to need iron. To make electron vapor cloud of ionized electrons, we're going to need suspended fluid and plutonium. And to make things like warp cells and bypass chips, we're going to need 10 plutonium and 10 iron. Actually, not that hard to make at all. Alright, so we've activated this. pretty much what these will do is these will show you different locations on the map of interest that you might want to be looking for. We could be looking for monoliths, colonial outposts, transmissions, or shelters, so we have a ton of options here, but I think what might be the most interesting is checking out a monolith on the planet. So now it's searching for alien artifacts, and it almost oh, what is happening? Okay, so it's looking like we should head over there. Alrighty, well, I think that's where we're going to end it off right now. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button. Either would help me out a ton.